So what's up guys, here we go again. Today I have another video for you, another fun one, hopefully more fun than the other one. Yeah, so there's this obsession amongst devs where everyone wants to be a senior developer, like wants to feel like they're like the most knowledgeable in the room. I guess it's something that exists in every field, but like somewhere in in the dev, in every dev, there's that feeling you want to be better, which is a good feeling, by the way. So in anything you do, whether it's like playing soccer, doing whatever, any sports, or even a job like a career, you should feel like that. So I think it's a good spirit to have as a developer, and it's something that all of us have been obsessed with to this day. I don't think there's anybody who sits around and be like, oh, I'm a senior developer, I feel good about it. You're always like, oh, I want to learn more. And since it's a subject that just keeps giving, you're always left in that situation with the feeling like, I could do better, I could know more. So BigBoxSWE, SWE, yeah, shout out to
for fun.
Big Box.
That's it. You can end the video right now. Now, before I go on, let me define what an elite engineer is. I'd define elite by someone that's a cut above the rest. Okay, but what does that even mean?
See, nobody can define it. You can say, is it Linus Torvalds? Is it Casey Muratori? Is it the Primogen? Is it... there's so many people who in their own rights you could say are like a cut above the rest, or like they're very knowledgeable to the subject of programming in their own field. But what does that even mean? Like, those are like the outliers, and don't tell me there's like a million Linus Torvalds out there. There isn't, because that's like the highest level of like senior dev you could get. Let's just say that. Like, Linus is stepping out like in any field, they're just gonna grab him, even if it's a field he's never like been in, that's related to programming.
So in my own words, an elite engineer is someone that if they post anywhere on the internet that they're looking for a job, their inbox would flood faster than how quickly the 6-7 meet.
Like I say, it's all about that, because at the end of the day, like, those guys who have achieved that level of prestige, at least in the eyes of other developers and the community, those are the ones who just getting a job is never going to be a problem. Trust me, even in a shitty job market as the one we currently have, it's always going to be them over anybody else.
Died as soon as the boomers got a hold of it. Now, from my observation of really elite engineers, I've developed this mental model on how to get.
So document, develop, do it for fun. What does that even mean? Like, I like, when I'm doing reactions, I don't like to just follow whatever the person says. So I like to question it a little bit more. So what does that even mean? Document, develop, yes, that I understand. Do it for fun. Maybe he's gonna explain, but to me, do it for fun is like, it should be something that goes over the document, develop, and then everything is just wrapped in do it for fun, not as part of the same process, as part of the same loop. So it should be something that encompasses that process of documenting and developing. So it should be done as a means to having fun, as a means to an end, in and out of itself, if that makes sense.
There.
Let's hear what he has to say.
I call it the 3D system. The first D is do it for fun. Whether it's TJ DeVries making Telescope for NeoVim, Fabrice Ballard writing FFmpeg, or this literal child.
Oh my god. Can we
Telescope for NeoVim?
Can we appreciate just how good Telescope is? If you don't know, Telescope is like a plugin you can install on a NeoVim to be able to search for files, searching files, and some other means of searching inside of NeoVim, which is very, very convenient. You can imagine somebody who developed that. So
Fabrice,
TJ, FFmpeg, great libraries being used by everyone. I'm pretty sure YouTube uses it, Google uses it, Facebook uses it, Instagram uses it. This is like the most used library out there. FFmpeg, if you don't know, it does some video files conversions and formatting and all of those stuff, applying filters, and basically people build wrappers on top of it and just to like a GUI or something, and then sell that as a new like a media player or something. Very good library.
Ballard writing FFmpeg, or this literal child trying to get into YC in 2029. What are you doing, little bro? Go eat a crayon or something. Wait, I can't even little bro this kid. He's young enough to be my child. Two-steply insult. I mean, even outside programming. Look at Sam Sule. He didn't do bodybuilding for a bag from Gymshark and a free trip to Turkey. Not that he needs it. His videos are just raw cuts of him doing what he loves. Doing it for...
Yeah, that's the thing, like those guys, I guarantee, like somebody who's able to get to that level, it's not something you would do for the money. Although even if you had like the motivation to do it, like an incentive to do it for the money, it's not something that's just gonna work out, because it takes passion. It takes somebody to put in the hours. If it means like you're sleeping at 3 p.m., 3 a.m. every day, it's something that you do because you love. It's something you do not because it's your job, but as an addition to your job. Let's just say it like that.
Fun. Now, the second D is to document your work. The great thing about programming is that you don't need traditional status markers. You can make videos, write blogs, stream yourself, engagement bait on Twitter. You can just build things and showcase it. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't have to be a dev influencer to document what you do. Literally using GitHub is a way to document.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, does he expect everyone? Yeah, but he's like answering my questions. So yeah, that's a good thing. Like, just even by going to someone, like let's so the Prime GitHub. It's actually called like. Look at that. This is a TJ and the Prime Gen. Who? Anyway. Who told him to put on a wig? Anyway, like, it's not that it's impressive, but like you see, like he has like a 229 repository. That's not something you're gonna find on someone who's like just starting out. I could show you mine, but I don't have as many to begin with. But I do have some too, here and there. But some of them are like forks of some things. Oh, like 7.3. I could do better. Some of them are like private repositories that you will never see on my GitHub. Yeah, so you can see, like, you can tell somebody is very active and somebody is building things like a Harpoon, refactoring NVM. I don't know what this was about, ESP32 templates, but like, you get a good sense of what a person is, like what level of this thing person is at by just looking at their GitHub. So it's not just about being a dev influencer or something like that. I like that you say.
So many elite engineers with little to no digital footprint. Richard Stallman's blog looks like this. And for good reason, don't read his blog. I mean, my boy Sylvan put me on this guy named Lemonade on GitHub, who made Lua Snip, a fantastic shortcut tool for NeoVim. If this Lemonade dude just updates his repo saying he's looking for work, you best believe he's getting GitHub DMs asking if he's down to code. Now, the final one key common denominator. They're always developing their skills. They're never...
Yeah, that's it. Like, if you're someone who's going to always be developing your skills, you're never going to be someone who just waits to do things because they're part of their job. So you're gonna do it anyway. Despite that you have your job, you're gonna combine that with your job. It's a second job, it's essentially more than a second job.
Contentness, like an actionable step. I watched this talk from Kathy Sierra, the author of the Head First series, which is an amazing set of books, especially the Java one. In the following talk, she describes how practice doesn't necessarily make perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. Let me explain. It doesn't matter how much you practice. If you're practicing poorly, it isn't worth much. Elite level talent is not only a function of time and repetition, but the quality of work produced within that time. And the best way to improve your practice sessions is to surround yourself with the best possible examples. For example, if your obsession is making C++ applications faster, you want to look at the fastest applications out there and mimic their practices. And you can only do something which seems so tedious if it's fun.
I like that he's not just giving examples, like it's good to give examples, it's good to tell people what to do, like what would be the best to do in a certain case, but like it's good to see that he's not just doing that, but like he's actually mentioning like actionables. So if you want to learn something, hang out with people who want to learn the same thing, if or like in circles where people want the same thing, because it will build you out at the end of the day. So I do like that.
For you, which brings us back to the first D. The 3Ds are kind of like a circle or a sphere in this continuous loop, which is why becoming elite at anything is so freaking hard. Because people that are elite at something, they can pick up on very specific details, only because they don't have to make a time box calendar session with 3 Pomodoros and 4 deep. This is why I can tell you what pressing structure Arsenal used in 2021 and how that differs to 2025. And I can't solve a hard LeetCode problem from scratch without my buddy NeetCode helping me out. Which is why before all of this, you have to find your fun. Pay attention to the things that grab your interest within programming. Be a bit more intentional about how you practice. And trust.
That's it. So I think, yeah, regardless of like the 3Ds or whatever, just being passionate about this shit, that's the only way you're going to kind of get anywhere. Being passionate about it, just doing it, not because it's your job, not because it's going to get you a job, not because of anything else than you just doing it. I promise you, this is the thing. Like if you want to be good at anything, it's going to be like that. Whether you are a student in medicine, whether you are a student in law, in whatever, in web development, programming, a CS student, whatever you do, artificial intelligence student, whatever you do, if it's something you're doing because you actually are passionate about the subject, you're going to find fun in it, and you're going to go places that somebody who doesn't find the joy in it is never going to go. If it feels like work, if it feels like the thought of it just brings you down, it's never gonna work. It's never, you will be stuck at mid-level. You're going to be mid-level of your life, and you're never gonna get that adrenaline from it. Like when for me, the simple thing I would tell somebody who wants to be good at this, just be a problem solver. That's it. Be a problem solver. Because at the end of the day, what programming is just solving problems. So regardless of whether it's like a backend problem, a front-end problem, or like a C++ problem, a lead code problem, it's always just you solving a problem. So as long as you become passionate about solving a problem, about solving problems, and you get that hit from it and you enjoy it, you are going to be fine. That's just going to happen. Yeah, so that's my take on it. Let me know what you think in the description, and let's go find your fun in web dev or your passion, whatever you do. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment below, and subscribe. See you next time.